let's explore one of the oldest memory systems ever discovered, and at the same time, one of the most powerful influence tools you can use without saying a word. It's called the Loci Method, also known as the Memory Palace. In influence, it connects to what Chase Hughes calls command presence, shaping a space so people naturally respond to you. The Loci Method begins with a place you know well, your house, a familiar walk, even your childhood school. In your imagination, you walk through that space and place striking images at each stop. Later, you revisit the journey, and the images bring the ideas back. Here's a quick run. At your front door, picture a giant elephant blocking the way, wearing your shoes. In the kitchen, water pours out of the fridge. In the living room, your couch floats on a cloud. Ordinary rooms, now unforgettable. That's the palace in action. Now switch to persuasion. Command presence is how people feel in your space before you speak. Think of a confident leader entering a meeting, no words, but everyone sits up straighter. The environment bends around their presence. They don't force it, they own it. Here's where the two meet. Imagine walking your palace again. The elephant doesn't just remind you of shoes, it sets authority. The waterfall fridge adds energy. The floating couch sparks curiosity. Your palace becomes more than memory storage. It becomes a stage for influence. The recursive twist is this. When you build a palace, you're practicing ownership of space in your mind. The more you do it, the easier it is to project ownership in real rooms. You walk in, not as a guest, but as if the space is another hall of your palace. That comfort radiates, and others sense it. That's command presence training itself through memory practice. Let's test. Picture your walk from your bedroom to your kitchen. In the hall, a marching band squeezes through, trumpets blaring. At the bathroom door, a giant golden key floats. In the kitchen, a tiger sips tea at the table. That's a three-step palace. Now, imagine stepping into a real room, carrying that same vividness. People would notice your energy the way they'd notice the band, the key, or the tiger. That's the loop. Memory palaces make places unforgettable. Command presence makes spaces unignorable. Fuse them, and memory and influence reinforce each other. Walk your palace, and you rehearse how to walk through any room with authority. So here's the takeaway. Every time you practice the Loci Method, you're not just training memory, you're also rehearsing presence. And every time you project presence in a real room, you reinforce the habit of owning space the way you do in your palace, inner and outer, teaching each other in a loop.